I'm Sam, and this is Amazing Travels.
Incredibly, it is week 23, and I had a wonderful, wonderful week full of travels. To start off the week, it was New Year's Eve, and I celebrated with my mom, Pep, Steve, and Alyssa at a restaurant by Stevens University. At first, we kind of had a dilemma. We didn't know what we were gonna do at all, and we started calling places. Hi, can we have a reservation for 8 o'clock? Sorry, we're booked. Let's just say we had a difficult time finding a restaurant, but once we did, we pretty much were the most grateful people on earth. We get to the restaurant at 8 o'clock, and it's full of young people. You know, it's by the university. Everyone's kind of just chillaxing and eating their food. There's a little bit of music playing in the background. We ordered a few drinks, ordered dinner. The food was actually incredibly good. Not only that, but we got to know the owner a little bit, you know, because we like to be as VIP as possible when we go places. I was trying to take a picture of everybody at the table, and the owner just comes up, taps me on the shoulder, and is like, as in, you know, I'll do it. I give him the camera and it doesn't work. He tries about 7 times, no exaggeration, 7, 8 times, camera doesn't work. So I walk over to him and I'm like, what's going on? I press the button, it works. He's like, oh, then you should do it then. He sits down at my seat and I take a picture of him with the fam. From that point on, he was in love with us. He started giving us free shots the rest of the night. He was dancing with me, my mom, everybody, just like very, very charismatic guy. I was like, hey, where are you from? He was from Greece. Greek people are so amazing. Every time I've encountered a Greek person, they are like the nicest person ever. They keep topping each other. I don't know what it is, but it's in their genes and they're awesome. Just before the clock strikes midnight, everyone starts bum rushing out of the restaurant. We're all left confused and you think, oh, well, you know, it's okay. Maybe just the people were leaving the restaurant. No, 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 no. The employees also exited the restaurant. I mean, they were running out there. Someone like grabbed us by the shoulder and was like, come on, you gotta get outside. And we're confused, like, okay, what's going on? I was gonna count to midnight. I thought we were gonna have champagne. We get outside. The waiters of the restaurant had set out like a case of champagne glasses and champagne outside. And as the clock struck 12, everyone popped their bottles, and in every corner of the street, okay, we were standing like in the middle of the street, every corner had fireworks oozing out of it. Everyone was in the street, everything was smoky from all the fireworks. People were just popping champagne bottles, running around, hugging and kissing each other. So epic. It felt like something out of a movie. Tuesday, New Year's Day. What a wonderful, relaxing day that got off to a very late start. I'm assuming a lot of New Year's days start like that. We had a nice relaxing walk around Schloss Nymphenburg in Munich. It is a very pretty castle. We got to walk the gardens. After that walk, of course, we all got hungry. We had this inkling for Greek food. So I simply Googled Greek restaurant Munich. It led us to Nefeli, the most delicious freaking Greek food I have ever eaten. I'm not even gonna say apart from Greece, because it is like on par with Greece. People who owned and cooked at the restaurant were Greek, which probably is the reason why it was so freaking good. The sad thing about Tuesday was that we had to say goodbye to Mom and Pep. Started to re-miss them before we even left, but we had a wonderful time. Mom, Pep, we'll see you soon. Wednesday, Alyssa, Steven, and I headed to Dachau, the former concentration camp outside of Munich. As usual, it was incredibly interesting. Wednesday night, we got a good night's rest so that we could head to Prague on Thursday, bright and early, for mine, Becca, and Timur's birthday weekend. All of our birthdays are a week apart, so we decided, hello, why not fire in Prague? We checked into the hostel, which was the cleanest, most amazing hostel that I had ever booked. It was an 8-bedroom, there were 7 of us. We had the room to ourselves the entire weekend. It was like a giant slumber party at camp with your best friends. Awesome. Thursday night we went to the formerly named the biggest club in Middle Europe. After they realized their grammatical mistake, I guess they changed it to the biggest club in Central Europe. It is 5 floors with a 90s floor, oldies floor, hip hop included. We jammed for a while. Dancing. Friday, the Prague crew, Abida, Ian, Becca, Alyssa, me, Timur, and Steven? Headed for the free walking tour. We were luckily given the short stick and didn't end up with the best tour guide, but he was a nice guy, took us through Prague, told us a little history in his stuttery, mumbly rants. Eventually we got to see a lot. Friday night was the official birthday dinner at an all-you-can-eat steak restaurant. Not only was it all you can eat, but also for 20 euros it was all you can drink. I don't think these people realized who they were messing with when they said all you can eat, all you can drink. We are American, we love food and drink. We got there at 9 and we didn't leave until we were the last ones. Saturday we walked across the gorgeous Charles Bridge in order to get to the Prague Castle and Cathedral. I am just as amazed the third time as I was the first time. A marvelous sight to see. Later that evening we attended an establishment named Goldfinger, and then we ended the night at the Golden Arches. Goldfinger to Golden Arches. I mean, it just makes sense. McDonald's, McDonald's. Sunday had a very relaxing day with Timur and my brother. Everyone else had checked out in the morning. We headed to the top of the clock at Old Town Square, got a beautiful view of Prague, and we caught the 3 o'clock show of the second most disappointing tourist attraction in Europe, which you guys will have the pleasure of seeing in the week in review.
So every year we burn this man made out of newspaper, El Año Viejo, to bring out the old and ring in the new. Gives us good luck. This is the castle I was talking about in Munich, and that is the name of the Greek restaurant that is so delicious.
You don't even understand. Is that? Wait, what happened to the camp?
Now we are at Dachau, the former concentration camp outside of Munich. Arbeit macht frei, work makes you free. It was the slogan in all the camps. This was a working camp, not an extermination camp, which is semi-good to hear, but of course the history behind it is very dark and gloomy, but it's something we must always remember and learn from. As you can see, here is the former crematorium. Those are the ovens right there, and this is where the gas showers used to be, but they only used to execute certain people in this camp. Now, for a happier topic, we're in the hostel, which is freaking awesome. Look at that, so freaking trendy, yeah.
Steve, what do you think? Did I do good?
It's classy, it's classy. It's a hotel, not a hostel.
right, it's a hotel. Because I've always had hotels with multiple people in my room.
This is the Museum of Prague. Unfortunately, it's closed until 2015. Now we have all the crazies dancing up a storm, getting ready to go to the 5-story club.
I gotta beat his ass on the video.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted. There's no room in
And
here.
then we have this
We're like in
bitch.
the smallest space.
Okay,
That's not going on your vlog! That is not going on your vlog!
And the party continues after that. Of course I was going to put it on my blog. This is the birthday cookie that Ian got Becca and I. So sweet of him. Now we're taking a tour through Prague, finding very pretty buildings, this awesome market which sells cool things as well as these delicious looking fruit. Does that look any prettier? Like, can it be any prettier? This is Old Town Square. Take it in, enjoy it. It is beautiful. This is my favorite city in the world just because of its beauty, and it has a great atmosphere. People are friendly, love to talk, love to party. Here is one of the buildings by night. Back there is the Prague Castle and Cathedral. This is Old Town Square, also by night.
You can barely detect movement.
That was Europe's second most disappointing tourist attraction. Pretty boring, I know. This chair tells you how your sex life is. We got wild from Ian. Now, this is the beginning of the Charles Bridge. We are crossing over the bridge to get to that castle that you see right there. It is a gorgeous bridge with many statues. People can stay on the bridge for like hours. We are rubbing the dog right now for good luck, which everyone does, hence the color. And this is the beautiful cathedral that is encased by the castle on the outside. Here is the inside of the cathedral. It's my third time there, and I had never been inside until that day. Pretty sweet. Here is a little shop and stuff outside of where the castle is. And now we have my favorite corner in Prague, B. That's where you got your tattoo, somewhere in that corner. And now we took a train to Kutna Hora so we can see this really weird church. This one that has skeletons, real actual human bones that you're looking at right there to decorate the church. It was done way back when, obviously, before that was considered unethical. but these are 3 meters high, stacked of bones, okay? The place was crazy. Steph, you would totally love it there. I mean, you know, it's cool Halloween-y type stuff, except real. This is another cathedral in Kutna Hora, the town. Now we have an overview of Prague from the top of the clock tower where we saw the, boring attraction. Beautiful.